Hi builders, welcome to the booking app tutorial. My name is Jackie de Klerk. I am your success coach and I'm going to show you how to set up a classroom event. This is great if you want to define your available times and have multiple clients or students signing up for the same day on a regular basis. So right here on the dashboard, we've got a new calendar right here or new calendar in this area. We're just going to click on new calendar here. And then I'm going to scroll down a little bit and we're going to choose the classroom. And I'm just going to call this one a weekly Q&A session. And we're going to click on create new calendar. So the first thing that we need to do is just make sure the title is what we want it to be. We're going to add a description. We're going to upload our logo and choose our color that matches our logo. Then we're going to look at the time zones. You can choose to define the time zone so that it is specific to the area that you're in, or if you're international, you can just let the user select the time zone themselves so that they could understand it. And then the calendar display, whether it needs to be automatically done or a fixed language. And then we're going to click save and next. Now in the basic settings, you can choose to have multiple groups. You don't have to stick with just one. So you can have different groups of people of the week. You might have beginners and then seniors and then advanced. It depends on your industry that you are in. And once you've set up your area, you can just click duplicate and you can just change the titles and the dates. So it's totally up to you if you want to have multiple groups, but I will show you an example. So in this example, let's say this is for beginners and the host is training Builderall. You can have a description, but you don't have to have it there. It's totally up to you. And then we're going to choose our business hours that this is going to run. So we're going to say it's only on Mondays that we are going to have it for the beginners. It's going to start from 8 and we're going to have it for, let's say, 3 hours. You can choose minutes as well. And you can have more than one session per day. So it depends how many you want. You can just keep adding them right there in that area. You can also choose the available times. Maybe it's going to only happen for the month of March and you can choose the specific days that this is going to run. Maybe you don't want it to run the whole month. Then you're going to scroll down and you can limit to the amount of people that are going to attend. So let's say you only have space for 10 people. If it's unlimited, you're just going to slide that button, but we're going to pretend it is just that. And recurrence, how many times per week must this happen? You can choose to have it only once a week because in this case, we have set it up only to be on a Monday, right? So we're just going to leave it at once a week. And then the start date, when do you want this actually to start? So we can say we only want this to start on the 1st of April, which is that specific Monday. And then you can block specific dates. Maybe there's 3 Mondays after this that is a public holiday. You can block it out. And in the advanced configurations, you can decide whether you are manually going to approve these bookings, if you are going to accept cancellations or not, and how many people can schedule per person, as well as the order. If you've got more than one group, let's say you've got the beginners, the advanced and seniors or whatever, you can choose how they are going to be seen on top of your calendar, which is going to be first, second, and third. Once you're done with that, you're going to click save and next. Now in this area right here, this is the forms area. We are going to collect the information of the people that are actually going to subscribe. So you've got name and email that is compulsory, and that's that little asterisk. If you want their phone number, you're just going to click and you can make it required right here in this area, and you're going to click OK. You can add additional fields. Maybe if you would like to collect additional information from them, their skills level or whatever the case might be, you're going to click on add new, and you've got different kinds of short text that you can have. Maybe for a short text, we can ask, do you have previous experience? And then you can choose if it's required or not. And the default value and mailing box tags, these are things that you can use if you want to automate an email sequence in the future. Maybe you just want to send a specific email to people that has got the specific tag, and you can do that by adding in a default value and a mailing box tag. I'm not going to do it right here because it's a different type of tutorial. Make sure to go watch a tutorial underneath these videos with regards to how to make use of tags between the booking app and the calendar. So for now, we're just going to leave it as is. Here, right here, we're going to see is what happens after they've actually subscribed. So you can see display success message, which is just a message that they're going to see right here, the thank you for signing up. You can add a thank you button at the bottom to go back to where do you want it to go back to. Back to the home page, go to the calendar directly, which is this one currently being set, or go to a specific group. Maybe you want them to make a booking in another group as well, or a URL that you are choosing. Now the URL could be the same as the redirect URL here. Maybe you don't want to have a message coming up like this. Maybe you want to send them to a thank you page where you give them additional information on where to attend, maybe asking them to make sure they got their notebooks, all of that information. So if you are going to make use of a Builderall page, or that's been built in our Builderall website, you can choose Builder page and you're going to choose the site that you want to work with, or you can add a custom URL, which means you can send it to any other page on the internet. It's totally up to you. So we're going to leave it to go back to the home page, and we're going to, or the calendar, we're going to click save. In this area is where all the communication, setting all the communication variants for your classroom. The first one is to whether you want to send them confirmation once they have subscribed to your classroom. You can say yes or no. I would always prefer to send them a confirmation so that they know that they've actually got confirmed. Now, because you say yes, there's a little block that opens up and you can click on edit, and you will see three different options. You've got email, SMS, and WhatsApp. So let's go to the WhatsApp first. To be able to make use of WhatsApp, you need to go to the WhatsApp Launch Manager inside of Builderall. And here they talk about the Builderall Zap. And once you click there, you need to set it up so that your phone is connected for WhatsApp. If you don't do that, you won't be able to use this function. Once you have done that, you can come back, make use of it, and just make sure that you activate it. The same applies for SMS. If you want to make use of the SMS messaging app, you're going to have to make sure that you go into the SMS messaging app tool inside of Builderall, follow the instructions, get some credits, and once that's done, you can come back and make use of it in this area and then just activate it. But if you do not have credit, this function is not going to help. Also, you cannot send more than 145 characters per SMS, otherwise it's going to charge you additional fees. To understand the fees, again, that is in the SMS messaging app. Now for the email, you can see we already got active right here. You don't need to do anything extra here because it will be automatically done for you. Now we've got the subject and the message, and right here on the left is all the different kinds of variables, and this applies to either of these three options. Now the variables is like tags. Basically the message will pull in that tag into the message so that you do not have to type it. So for example, for lead name, you want the name actually reflecting there. So you will just click on it and it will add it in this area. The same with the schedule date. If you're going to have a Zoom link, maybe your event is over Zoom, you can add it in right here in this area. You can also edit the message and make it a little bit more personalized by making use of the message there. And then once that's done, you're going to click on done. You can also send an email to the host when a new sign up happens. That is sometimes a good thing, especially if you're not somebody that's going to log into your account every morning to go look at the calendar, or maybe you're not even looking on your Google Calendar. You prefer to just get a message via WhatsApp. Then you can do that by just clicking on it, and it's exactly the same functions here that happens in this area. It just gives you the freedom to rather receive it in WhatsApp than to receive it in any other area or without even looking at your calendars. So for now, I am not going to make use of that. You can also receive emails for new subscriptions or pending subscriptions. Then we've got cancellation notification. Remember, you cannot allow for send cancellation notification if you did not activate this inside of the advanced area, because in the advanced area, you can limit them to be able to send a cancellation. So if you want to be able to send a cancellation, just click the same block, just like this one here is coming up for you to edit with the 3 different kinds of options. So for now, we just leave do not cancel. Send cancellation notifications to the host. Again, the block will appear and it will send you up. You would be able to send a cancellation to the host if you allowed it inside the advanced settings. Then we've got reminders. If you were to send them a reminder to make sure that they attend the class, this is a great way. We've got yes, send reminders, and we click new reminder to the subscribers, and then this big block comes up which you can edit. Again, it's exactly the same features, email, SMS, and WhatsApp that's available to you. The only difference is the one at the bottom where you can see days, hours, and minutes. So in this case, it's 1 hour. You can add additional reminders. You don't have to stay with just one reminder. You can just click and add different ones. So in this case, let's say we want to make it 1 day. Write your message and click done. So now you can see that you can add a little bit more email reminders just to make sure that people actually attend. Then we've got the email sender. There is a default sender that is in your booking app that has been available for you. You can see it's got there, it's verified. But you can go and choose a specific email sender if you want to use another one that's been verified on the platform. And then if you click on it, you can see here is another one that's been verified. You never want to use the one at the top because your emails will not be sent properly. So use the one that's been verified. You can put in your name and you can even add in another address and then you can click save. So in this example, we're going to stick with the default and say save and next. Now we are getting to the automation part, which is synchronizing with Google Calendar, Google Meet, as well as Zoom, depending on where your classroom event is happening. If it's online, then this is a section that you're going to need to cover. If it's not, you don't necessarily need to do the Zoom settings. But for it to be able to synchronize with the Google Calendar, if you've got one, you can do it right here. So you can just click synchronize with Google Calendar, add calendar, the account that you want to use, and then the type of calendar that you are going to synchronize with. And then it gives you the synchronize options that you can choose from, whether you want to read one way, write one way, or both. Now, this example, I'm not going to make use of that. And then we can say enable meetings. So maybe you want to enable your meetings with Zoom. You can do that, or with Google Meet, and then choose your account. Remember that sometimes you can't just do this right here. You're going to have to go and do the integrations first. It's just going to save you some time doing that. There is actually a video for that below this video on how to integrate your Google Meet in Zoom. Then we've got, let me just say do not enable. Then we've got subscribe to list. If you are going to collect the information from the form that you've created, make sure that your list has got exactly the same fields so that it could actually add it to it. Otherwise, you're only going to get your name and email there. So we're going to choose the list that you've created specifically for that, and you're going to click add. So now you can see it's been sitting right there. The list has been added. We've got force confirmed, which is great because it overrides the double opt-in and you don't need to go change that. And then we've got the tag area. If you've got any additional tags that you would like to send a person specific emails to, remember I spoke about that earlier, make sure to go watch that video on how to use tags with the booking app. Once that has been done, you're going to see that we've got social proof that you can add. If you want to disable it, you just leave it as is, or you can click on subscribe to social proof right here and then choose the social proof that you have already created. If you have not yet created one, you're just going to click on manage my social proof. It's going to take you to the social proof app where you are going to create it. And then once you're done there, you're going to close that app. You're going to come back right here, refresh your page, and then choose the social proof that you want to allocate to it. Once that's done, you're going to click save and next. Now we are getting to the payment section. Now here you can choose whether the people need to pay for your classroom events or if it is free. If it's free, you can just say not enable. or you can click on yes, charge for the appointments, and then click again, payment when attending, the amount that you're going to charge as well as the amount right here or the currency. Once that's done, you're going to click save and continue, but I'm just going to say not enabled. And now your calendar has been created. So now the best thing to do is always to go to the customize area and change the look and feel of your classroom. There is a variety of different templates right here that you can choose, as you can see. You can also make use of the default and then change the header background, the text color right here with these cards. Once that's done, you're going to click save. So for me, I'm just going to go out. You can also change the URL, the long URL right here. We can maybe just change this to questions and answers. And we're going to click save. This is just going to look better if you are making use of a direct link that you're sending to somebody. Maybe you're adding it on a button and then you send them to them and then they're going to see the URL right here at the top. But if you don't want to do that and you would prefer them to see a page where it's been embedded, then you can copy this link, or you can make sure of the embedded link here at the bottom and you can integrate that with an iframe. So you can go to the Builderall web builder and you're going to add an iframe and add that inside of that iframe, or you can just add the top link there. You can also make use of the direct link on a button. If you want to view what it looks like, you just click on the view button and it's going to give you an overall view of what it will look like online. Now I'm going to go back to the dashboard. I'm going to go to my calendars. You're going to see there is the calendar being added. There is the status, it is active, and if I do that, it's inactive. You can also choose to go and embed, duplicate exactly the same one, transfer it to another Builderall account, share the schedule. Maybe you've got an admin person or variety of other people that also needs to see the schedule. You can add that. You can customize it again, and you can also view the subscribers that is actually partaking. And then if you want to have more than one group, all you really need to do is go to the edit, and you're going to see that right here at the top underneath. I just want to close this one here. Right under the scheduling area, you can go and click on duplicate, and you can see the group has been duplicated, and you're just going to have to change the titles and everything. So if I click save and I go to the forms and direct, you can see there is group 2. So remember that you have to do it for all the groups right through this app. Once you're done, I'm just going to go back to my calendars. You're going to see all of them is being added right into that area. And that is all for now. I hope you really enjoyed this tutorial and understanding a little bit better. I would urge you to go and watch the other videos in this series. And that's all from me. Have a good day. Bye.